Alright, what's going on, guys? For 2 years now, we've been losing our minds trying to figure out when Elden Ring DLC is going to come out, and we've had our fair shares of highs and lows during that time, but mainly lows. But boys, it might finally be looking up, because today we just got some news, official news, that honestly I wouldn't have believed if I didn't just see it with my own eyes. And the implications of this are very good, because if it is what we think it is, Elden Ring DLC might really be just around the corner. And to add on to that, we also have a few supplementary signs pointing to a possible release date that may paint the full picture of what's going on here. So we're gonna break all of that down here today. But as we get into it, let me urge you to keep your hype in check, because this is not an official announcement from FromSoftware, and of course if that's what you're looking for, then only trust the trailers. But if you're like me and biting at every single little scrap we get, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and now let's get into it. So this morning we woke up to a new change over on SteamDB, and if that made you just roll your eyes, hang on. Because this isn't just some random development change. A new DLC package has just been added to Elden Ring on the PC files for the first time since launch, and this is a pretty big deal. Now if you have no idea what you're looking at here, let me go ahead and break it down for you. SteamDB is a website that allows you to see public changes to the files of PC games before they actually go live with an update. These are not leaks, these are not rumors, this is official work being done on the game, allowed to be seen publicly by the developers. We've been able to use this website to predict things like patches and updates in the past. However, it's important to note that any development changes done to the game do not follow any kind of rules. So it's pretty important to note that it is an unreliable source of prediction, at least when it comes to the development work. But the one we're talking about right now is different. This is an actual package that will be able to be downloaded by the players. However, as of right now, it is locked and unspecified. Now you can see it listed in the DLC section of the game alongside the other pre-order bonuses such as the Gesture, Art Book, OST, and Adventure Guide, which likely means that whatever this unknown app is also locked behind a paywall of some sort. So whenever Shadow of the Erdtree comes out, it will 100% be listed here in the DLC section in this exact way. But let's pump the brakes for a second. Like you see there with the pre-order bonuses, this could in theory be anything. The only requirement is that this is a file that has to be downloaded outside of the game. Now, dare I say microtransactions would fall in this category. Maybe for some reason they're releasing the Elden Ring manga in this fashion with a downloadable connection link to the game. Now, the chances of those are almost zero, but it's still a possibility, and let me show you what I'm talking about. A few months back, we saw a new DLC file added to the game on SteamDB, however not in the DLC subsection, and all that was a new Steam Deck loading screen. Now, that one had traceable files along with it, and you could actively open the DLC file, so we were instantly able to see exactly what it is. That only pertained to Steam Deck, and therefore was not considered an add-on for the game. Whatever this new DLC file is an add-on for Elden Ring. Now you can see over there on the right, it says last update 5 days ago. However, it was only publicly placed on the data an hour ago, but they're just now letting us see it publicly, even though all of the information is hidden. Now, assuming FromSoftware isn't going to start pumping out microtransactions, or isn't releasing the new digital version of their orchestral concert, then chances are this is Shadow of the Erdtree. If you want my honest opinion, I'm giving it like an 80% chance that it's the DLC, 20% it's something that's going to absolutely break our hearts. But the fact that we've gone through all kinds of updates, including the Colosseums which were specified as DLC, and lots of other multimedia Elden Ring projects that weren't listed in this fashion, this update is different than all of those, because we can say that it will be listed on the game's storefront, so I think you get the picture of what it is now. Now, if this is Shadow of the Erdtree, why make this go public in January? Well, one thing to consider is that even if the DLC isn't dropping anytime soon, the storefront page is going to have to be live in order to generate pre-orders. And again, as we said, this DLC section is specifically set aside for downloadable add-ons to the game. Now we'll talk about actual release dates in a minute, but what this could be a good sign of is a trailer coming soon and pre-orders actually opening. Essentially what that would look like is they drop the trailer and alongside it the storefront page goes live, and in tandem the veil is lifted on this package. Now when it comes to when that trailer might drop, it could be as soon as tomorrow, again assuming that this is Shadow of the Erdtree, or this could sit there forever shrouded in the files. Again, we really have no accurate way to predict it with this information on SteamDB. Now again, this does look amazing. This is extremely promising news. I'm just trying to levy expectations here. Looking at this objectively, this is some of the best DLC news we've gotten since release, aside from the official announcement. But what can we look at outside of SteamDB to add some credence that it might be coming soon? You may remember a few weeks back, there was a big leak with a controller collaboration with Elden Ring of a storefront page going live that definitely wasn't supposed to. And on that page, it listed that the controllers were going to be releasing alongside Shadow of the Erdtree on the 2-year anniversary of Elden Ring, which is February 25th. Now, as soon as that went public, everything about this page was taken down. It was being taken down off Imager, off Reddit. My tweet was still left up though for some reason. So it was a legitimate leak. The only question was if that part saying the controllers were releasing alongside the DLC was just an idea or legitimate. But a few days ago, another Elden Ring collaboration was announced with Pure Arts, a company that makes really high quality action figures, saying, "Tarnished, you've waited long enough. Our first Elden Ring collectible will launch in February 2024. Stay tuned for more details." Now, I wasn't going to read into that one too much. The thing to really look at though is the fact that a lot of these are happening in February, which comes right after the Lunar New Year break when media and marketing start to pick up for the year. So I do think it's a good idea and a safe prediction that February is the month to look out for. That'll mark the 2-year anniversary of Elden Ring and the 1-year mark since the announcement of the DLC. But do I expect the DLC to actually launch in February? I don't know. What would probably make more sense is for FromSoftware to wait until the fiscal year is over with an April release date, but honestly, who knows? The fact of the matter is that this new DLC depot added to SteamDB is an incredibly good sign. However, it's not 100% confirmed to be Shadow of the Erdtree, but chances are that's exactly what it is. So I think it's time to open our eyes now and start looking out for news coming pretty soon. I do think February is going to be the month, and I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready for the wait to finally be over. And if today's news is anything to go by, we might be at the tail end. Anyways though guys, that's going to pretty much do it for the video today. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like on it and subscribe if you're new around here. Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section down below, and be sure to keep your hype in check. But with all that, I will catch you in the next one.